Okay, welcome to the strategy session. We have a guest today, one of my favorite members, Mike Kemper. Hi, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Ryan? How are you? Thanks for having me.
Very good. Thanks for being here. Before we get to what you were going to talk about, your cool closing gift idea, I just wanted to go through some of the some housekeeping stuff, a few notes about kind of what we've been doing, some updates. First thing you'll see on the blog, guys, there's a new funnel in Lead Barrel. This free special alert service for serious property searchers. I have no idea how this is going to work. It's long form copy. It's pretty involved. You can tweak it however you want to, but basically, it's kind of trying to get people to opt in to get the inside goods from you. I've heard from a lot of people around the country, and Mike, I don't know if this is true where you are, where listings are just selling really quickly. Is that going on in Arizona too?
Yeah, it's going on. Throughout all of Maricopa County, at least. Good, well-priced listings are selling within about 24 to 48 hours.
Right. So the argument here is that, maybe if an agent was to commit to waking up every morning and sending a hand-picked list from the database, you'd beat out all the competitors who are waiting for that data to hit the IDX feed. Because there's a 24 to 72 hour window there sometimes, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're seeing lots of multiple offers too. Our listing inventory is kind of down, so prices are rising and homes are selling fast with multiple offers. It's good.
Yeah. So this is meant to address that, guys. Full disclosure, I haven't had a chance to test it with an ad yet, but you might use this idea even on your website, as like a side thing or in your drip campaign. You have people in on your foreclosure list, and then you send this on day 5 or 6. To get them to kind of pull further into your fold. I'll just show off a few ads we're running, and then we'll get to the core of the content today. We're going to be sharing Mike's closing idea, as well as some affiliate marketing strategies. Here's an ad I'm running, just peeking in, for a specific listing, targeted, very targeted. But I just want to remind everybody, this is just an awesome way to go. Just promote a property on Facebook, guys. It doesn't get any easier than this. And drive traffic out to the property details page, and you'll get a lot of activity. This is 141 clicks for $25. What seller wouldn't be thrilled about that? If you have a seller who's bothering you and saying, what's going on? What's the latest activity? And you know what I mean? This is just, I don't know. This is just gold to me. What do you think, Mike? Are you doing this?
For $25, that's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do stuff like that when I go to my sellers, not in this market, but last year, what I would do is I would just do a screenshot of that and email it to them and say, hey, this is what I'm doing for marketing. This is how many people have looked at your property. These are how many people that I've talked to, and then these are the leads, because I have all ads attached to a funnel as well, and these are how many leads that I got, people that are interested in your home. So I'll be following up with all of those. I just want to let you know that I'm working on your behalf. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. But believe me, I got your back.
So you said something interesting. Not in this market. Does this need to be tweaked to say, like, tying into the last thing we were just talking about? Maybe if this said sold already, with a big like hairy red thing on it, to avoid missing out on another house, click here.
Yeah, so what I've had success with is homes that sell in like 24 or 48 hours. Just taking a picture of the home and then diagonally across the front of the picture saying home sold in 24 hours for full asking price. Or we have an awesome 0% down payment program here. So what I'm finding on Facebook ads that just rocks is just putting this home sold for 0% down, and then just having that show up in newsfeed and on the right sidebar, and people are clicking through.
You're blowing my mind. Let's not go too crazy here, guys. We'll kind of leave that as a teaser. We might have to explore that later this month, because we don't all talk to each other that much, and we're all really busy and all over the place, and that's an idea that is kind of fresh to me. So thanks for sharing. I'll talk to you about it after.
Sounds like a plan.
So I want to keep going because there is a lot of content here that I want to cover, and there was just one other ad that I wanted to share for today. And that was a cool campaign. I don't know if she's on because it's probably the middle of the night where she is, for a new member in Guam. I don't see her here. But we tested, this is overseas, to people who go to Navy Base Guam, rentals near the naval base. And I want to see what would happen here. And basically, we're driving to a squeeze page right here. Let me show you. So reallycool.info/MBG rentals. Let me, and I want to make a comment about rentals, that comes up every now and then. I know a lot of people don't feel like doing rentals, but rental offers are a great way to get people into your fold way before, wow, this is jacked up, but way before, it's because of my big monitor, but way before they're ready to think about buying. So if you have a long-term plan for your business, rentals are a cool way to go. In this case, we're running military-friendly rentals near a naval base overseas. I had no idea how this would go. Apparently, it's going very well. She's very pleased with the lead flow. Not a very high click-through rate and everything, but the leads are coming in for about $3 a piece. And she's having conversations with people because obviously nobody else is doing this in her market. So I guess the comment there is rentals, and then if you happen to do some be international or know agents internationally, these offers will work. And let me show you guys the ad real quick. It's really simple. Weekly list of rentals. It just echoes the echoes what's on the landing page. Question mark needed NBG rental. I have a feeling you could run this really local. Free weekly list of rentals in Philadelphia. Need a Philadelphia rental and get opt-ins, and then have the conversation with people about whether they might actually qualify for a mortgage. All right, let's have some fun, Mike.
All right, man. Sounds like a plan. And just to add one little caveat to that, I know this is kind of impromptu. So talking about rentals, if people get them into the rental funnel and they send out a first initial email and say, what if you could buy a home for the cost of a rental? I work with a lender that will work with people that have credit scores as low as 580.
Gotcha.
I've actually turned some renters into buyers this year just from simple ads like that. Just a first email, hey, do you think you could qualify? And they're like, no, my credit's bad. Well, how bad is your credit? And they're like, oh, it's like a 620. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I work with a lender that can do a 580. And they're like, are you serious? They give me all of their contact information in like 2.3 seconds. The lender's on the phone with them within 5 to 10 minutes, and they're either getting pre-qualified or they're getting enrolled in a local credit repair program that I partner with my lender on. So rentals are awesome. If people aren't tapping into that market, they definitely need to think about it.
So it's kind of a zig when the other zag kind of situation, because nobody really wants the rental lead in the industry. Unless you're in a market where you can get paid a lot, like the big metros. But if you start with the rental offer, and then I know you do this, Mike, this start the mortgage process page is the thank you. You've got good quality mortgage and buyer leads right there.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was really running heavy ads in March, 63% of the people that opted in filled out the start the mortgage process application. 24% of those gave me a phone number.
Right. So
it works. I posted something about that in the Reticulous forum. I think it was last week. If anybody wants to ask me questions, feel free.
Yeah, Mike post. Thank you for posting that. I almost forgot about that too. So let's go here to what you're doing for closings, because this kind of was really, this got me really excited. I think you and I have probably had more conversations about stuff outside of real estate than we've had inside. Because like a lot of people on the call, we're serial entrepreneurs. Selling houses isn't the only thing in our lives. And what you're doing just really got me excited. So go ahead, I'll let you explain. I don't know if maybe I'll just go to your fan page or something as a backdrop.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go there. So what I started doing is. Recently, I got involved in Young Living Essential Oils company. My mom actually introduced me to it last year. She's a retired nurse of 30 plus years. She specialized in asthma and allergy. I have severe asthma and allergies. I was actually medically boarded from the Air Force for my severe asthma and allergies, and that's why I'm a real estate professional now. So last year, she introduced me to it. I said that she was crazy, she was a nut job, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I was going to stay on my prescription medication. The beginning of this year, our whole household got sick. I went to my mom, and they said, all right, Mom, I'm sorry, I love you, tell me more. In February, I got started with these essential oils and diffusing the allergy trio like I told you about, Ryan, and that you've got as well. and we started feeling so much better. Within 2 months, my wife, my daughter, and my dog, my 3-year-old chocolate lab, it's kind of crazy, but my 3-year-old chocolate lab was on over-the-counter medication. All three of them have been off their medication for over 2 months, so it's provided relief. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I said, all right, well, if it's working for me, and by the way, people are coming into our house. When we have friends or family members come into our house, they're like, hey, what's that diffuser? What's that glowing thing on your end table? So it gives me the opportunity to talk to them about it. So people have purchased the diffusers just by coming into our house. So then, like you said, Ryan, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always looking for ways to make money. So a lot of our clients have allergy problems, and there's still definitely short sales and foreclosures on the market. They kind of get a little bit stinky smelling without air conditioning on, and it's about 100 degrees here. So we have this oil called Purification. Anyways, I said, I've done a multitude of closing gifts to clients, and I've never, ever got a good return on investment. Steak knives and doormats and just a bunch of stuff. So I figured, well, this works for me. People are asking me when they come into my house about it. I'm getting sales from it that way. Now, if I give it to my clients and it helps them to feel better or helps their house smell better, it's going to give them an opportunity to say, hey, my real estate agent gave me this. Oh, what is it? Oh, well, it's Young Living essential oils. So now I'm starting to get referrals from clients that are mentioning me on Facebook. Hey, Mike and Michelle, my wife, thank you so much for this diffuser. It's awesome. We use the allergy trio. We found so much relief. So our sphere has gone now from one person or client that was a lead from the internet to now their whole sphere. They're tagging us in their posts saying, hey, my agents are awesome. They gave me these diffusers and these oils. They're starting to reorder the oils, which means that I get compensated, and we're starting to get more real estate referrals.
Right. So what I really liked about the oils, I didn't get it at first, but then it really clicked to me that this is something that somebody can sit in their house and it makes their house smell better. And that's the why. And the company behind it all never needs to come up. You don't come at them and say, hey, here's some Young Living oils. You should buy some and join with me. This is not.
Never once have I done that. I said, hey, this is what we've used to find relief in our house. It's awesome, and give it a try. So I mean, it all depends. Every agent would have to get with their CPA, but I can write off the majority of all of this, and literally it's $25 out of my pocket to give them a premium starter kit, and on average our commissions are $5,000. So since we're getting referrals from it, it's a pretty darn good return on investment.
I started, when you told me about this, I started thinking, okay, so, and I saw this picture, the one I have on the screen, or I saw, we were talking in your office, and I saw the thing sitting there, and I was like, whoa, so people must walk into these housewarming parties, or they check out their new friend's house, and they're like, what is that thing sitting there? Or they'll know what it is, and they'll, it just leads to a conversation about you and about the oils themselves. So...
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it's a great segue into conversation. So both about the client saying, yeah, I mean, I never heard of this stuff before, and now it's working. Our house smells good, or we're not taking our Zyrtec or Claritin or whatever other over-the-counter medication, or it helps with headaches or other aches and pains. It just gives our clients a platform to brag about us. And I've never, ever given any closing gift with this much upward potential to get referrals and then additional income streams from the company itself.
Yeah, probably key here is that, so let's take a step back and talk about why give this kind of closing gift in real estate. And I have a document here, that, to segue us into talking about affiliate marketing and additional streams. Affiliate marketing, I'm lumping this under affiliate marketing, but basically the sale here is much easier than a typical real estate transaction. It can be recurring. Now, there is no recurring with Young Living, right? But it can be residual recurring income just by the nature of their comp plan. As people start talking about it, it goes down, right?
Correct. Yeah. So it turns into residual income once they start ordering oils. Then I get a percentage of it every single month. So it works out well.
Right. And the key thing here, and the reason I think it's relevant to real estate, aside from the fact that we are all serial entrepreneurs, and we probably wouldn't be in real estate in the first place if we didn't have some of this in us, is that it's easy to integrate into existing sales funnels. In this example, it's a closing gift. You're going to be doing that anyway, so it doesn't take you any additional work other than to just switch what kind of closing gift you're giving.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
and you know, so this is one idea, the essential oils idea. Mike, just you and I have been talking. You've got me all jazzed up. I went ahead and joined. We're going to try it out for my son's allergies, and I think you and I are going to maybe put a little effort into building some funnels that other agents can use if they want to join us in this particular idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody that kind of knows me in the Reticulous world, I love you guys. I wouldn't be where I'm at without your help and leadership and guidance. And my goal is to be able to give back to all of the members. So I'm all about split testing. I split test all of my funnels, my redirects. I take copious notes, so I document how many clicks I got, how many leads I got, and then how many sales I got. So what you and I have talked about is everything that I split test, everything that you do, we're going to offer that to everybody that wants to join forces with us.
Yeah.
On this endeavor.
Yeah,
and it doesn't take much time at all.
Yeah, in the spirit of full transparency, yeah, you guys can probably see it. There are selfish reasons for this. I like to, but I think this is something. I just think it makes more sense than giving. I don't know what, like you said, the steak knives. It's congruent to the house and it has the potential for upside income. All right, let's get off the essential oils because I had not to push you aside, Mike, but I had so many more things. I was getting all excited. I spent the last few hours kind of researching and pulling together thoughts and different ways that that we could integrate additional streams into our existing marketing. And I think key here is for it, again, like you're doing, for it not to be a distraction, for it just to be sort of part of our existing processes.
Absolutely. Let's go. I'm excited.
Okay, so I have some ideas jotted down, and we'll see where this goes. The first one, and I'd be remiss, I guess would be the word if I didn't mention this, is send out cards. And everybody's probably heard of send out cards. But the way I really got pulled into send out cards was through Andrew Robinson, who's a member. He sent me these brownies. It had my Facebook face on it and some other pictures related to me, and I did not know this guy at all. And since then, it's turned into a really nice relationship. But he used send out cards to do that, and he also, in an indirect way, the card itself became a conversation piece, and he's probably made a few bucks off of me just also sending some cards, right? So send out cards is one such opportunity. I'll just show an example of what Andrew's doing. I think you guys, Andrew's in the Facebook group. You can hit him up. He knows a lot more about it than I do. But he sent this card to a guy a few years ago. Again, swiped a picture from Facebook. He wanted to connect with him and just sent a picture of the guy's daughter on the beach. And the guy called him back. He actually called him back years later and said, "Hey, your card just fell off and it made me think of you." So there's an example of how the card itself, say you send somebody a box of brownies, as a happy anniversary gift a year after they close with you. They get the card, it sits around their house, and then for years it's sitting there, and it's just emotional, and it keeps you top of mind. Would be one way. Here's another one I think the dude sent. He gave me a few examples that Andrew sent. And the reason for this is a guy, I don't watch this show. What's it called, Bob? Is this Pawn Stars or something? Mike,
yeah, it's Pawn Stars.
Okay. But he sent the guy the card, and he wanted me to share it because the guy actually replied to him. This is a pretty famous dude. Andrew didn't know him at all, so just by sending the card, he made enough of an impression that he was able to get, somebody like that to contact him. So, I don't know that everybody has time every day if you can get in a habit to send cards, but if you start doing this, and you look at the influencers in your market and you figure out a reason to send this, I can see from the way that Andrew's doing it how it could lead to an additional stream of income just as the send out cards conversations happen. Are you in that yet, Mike? Have you done send out cards?
No, I haven't, but that's a phenomenal idea. I love how crisp and concise the pictures look. I mean, I've never thought of it doing that way. I mean, I've received cards from loan officers before for send out cards, but nothing to that extent. I mean, that's taken it to a whole nother level. So way to go, Andrew. I mean, that's phenomenal.
He's
Good
lifting them
job,
off
man.
people. He's stalking people on on their Facebook pages. This really creeped me out at first. Didn't creep me out, but I got this thing. I remember it was Halloween, and he's like, "Hey, give your kids some brownies." You know, who the heck is this guy? I called him like right away. Like, have I met you?
That's awesome.
Now we're pretty good friends. You know. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I mean, it's fun. You know, not again. And I want to point out, guys, you're not going to get rich off any of these ideas, but it's all about the additional streams, you know, in the course of your regular day. And I like the way Andrew's using send out cards. Another tip here is getclicky.com. Getclicky is the analytics we use for Reticulous. I don't know, do you use analytics, Google Analytics, Mike, or do you use Clicky?
I actually have used both.
Yeah.
In the past. So yeah, Google Analytics is good, but Get Clicky I think is a little bit higher level.
Yeah, what it does is it lets you spy on in real time at what people are doing on your site. But one of my favorite things about them, and it is a paid service, but I get value out of the $9 a month that I spend. But it naturally, I think I've probably, not a lot of money, guys, maybe a few $100 all time. But what naturally happens is that people see your Clicky badge on your website. I'll bring up Reticulous because I checked before to make sure I had the badge on there. They see the badge and they click and they say, "What is this?" And a very small percentage, not a lot at all, will actually join Get Clicky, and you'll get an affiliate commission. And the affiliate part of it is built in automatically. So as soon as you install the analytics and you put the button on your site, this actually tracks back to your affiliate link. So again, something that'll take you 30 seconds, okay, 5 minutes to set up. It sits on your website. I also installed the widget. They have widgets you can install. It shows your stats down at the bottom of my sidebar. Clicky Analytics. You know, every little bit counts, and that's just one other example. Let's see. I have a note here. Sometimes your WordPress theme will have an affiliate program. You don't use WordPress, Mike, or do you?
I do use WordPress, but I don't have any affiliate set up with that. Just to throw something out there, I do have an affiliate program set up with the hosting.
Okay.
So, I think you probably do as well. So that's another one to throw out there.
No, that's actually would be way more lucrative actually than these little WordPress themes. So what Mike's talking about is if you're using HostGator, I don't know, Liquid Web. HostGator in particular, I think pays you like $100 every time somebody signs up. So if you put a little tagline at the bottom of your site or one of their banners that says "hosted by HostGator," you could get the occasional commission that way. I know a lot of agents use Agentpress, you know, Genesis themes. Just check if you're using a WordPress theme. Check at the bottom of your site. A lot of them will have an affiliate program. And what you would do is just at the bottom of the site, you'd have the little tagline, and it would say, built on WordPress with StudioPress. And a lot of people are coming to your site. Whether it's other agents, and everybody, they see you running Facebook ads. If they land on your website, they may see that link and sign up. If you're using a specific IDX, I don't know how many IDXs do that, but there are some other real estate programs that might have, any of the tools you're using that might have affiliate programs, and it doesn't hurt to kind of put a little tagline in there to mention that you're using that strategically with the link back out to the system. That's just another idea. You know, we haven't had one question yet. I'm going to stop here just a second. First of all, can everybody hear? I guess you wouldn't still be here if you couldn't hear us, but does anybody have any, let's see, does anybody have any questions, any comments? Just let me know that you guys are alive for just a second. Mike, we're totally alone talking to ourselves today. Let me call somebody out. Let me call somebody out. Everybody's waiting for somebody else. Mike's not here. Is that the Chris Smith who's here? Chris, if that's you, just say yes. Oh, great. Thank you, Yasira. I hope I said your name right. Yeah, yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. I'm not in Chris Smith. Sorry, Chris. That's good. Okay. I'm not in Chris Smith. That's funny. All right. Well, thank you guys. What does everybody think? Are there any questions? If you guys have any sort of strategies like this, if you want to share the closing gifts you give away, if you want to share any affiliate programs that you partake in, we'd be happy to show what you're doing or add it to the list here on the page. Okay, WordPress theme. Mike, we don't talk about Amazon book widgets. A good way to make about 5 cents a month. But
Yeah, maybe 7.
but Amazon does have an affiliate program. It's associates. You can actually, we're exaggerating. You can make a few bucks. That Amazon.com. And if you want to, if you're looking for something to mail out to your list, if you're building a real estate database and you're kind of at a loss for what to send, sending out a recommended book about buying real estate, or and you can do this without the affiliate program too, or a book about real estate investing, something that makes sense, is good content. It's a recommendation, and if somebody clicks and buys, maybe you could make a few pennies. So if you want to sign up for Amazon Associates, they have a ton of tools. You can put a widget in your blog, some of your favorite investing or books about entrepreneurship in there. Just another idea. I'm including universal make money opportunities. These are all over the web. Some of them are good. Some of them aren't. But there are universal opportunities you can find on ClickBank. We've talked about Empower Network in the past. I have a link to Mob. I don't know if you know that one, Mike. I just kind of think it's kind of a legit thing if you actually follow their system. It's not.
It is. It's a pretty high level one, and it's not spammy or overly salesy, and it provides good content.
Yeah, so that's why I included it here. There are some others that I truly believe you need to be more seasoned and pretty advanced to actually have any progress with, but Mob might be one where you don't. And then here's my favorite idea, and I want to dwell on this one a little bit because I remember Josh doing this when we first started working together. He'd send the occasional email out to his normal real estate database, and this blew my mind. I mean, it was really, kudos to Josh. He knows his stuff. But he would send out every few weeks an email on the weekend or something to his regular buyers from his real estate practice with a real estate investing product. So maybe this list was like 2,000 or 3,000 people, Mike. But he'd make a few $100, $1,000, $2,000 promoting. It blew my mind. I mean, are you guys following what I'm saying here?
Yeah, a lot of times he would send it out on like a early Saturday morning or something like that. Hey guys, I know you're probably busy, but I was just thinking weekend is a good time to read up on a website or something like that. And if you're interested in learning more, click on this link and check it out. It's one that I personally endorse and use myself.
Right. So the first place I go here always is AF Paradise, which is Real Freedom, Freedom Soft, just because I've bought some of their products and I feel like you usually get your money's worth from Preston and that team over there. Whatever you might think of the personalities behind it all, these are actual products that if you buy them, you're going to get what was promised, right? And it's got a good affiliate program. So if you guys want to, you can, this is one I signed up again today under, I haven't promoted any of their stuff in a long time, but it took about an hour. They approved my application. And when you go in to the Affiliate Paradise dashboard, they make it really easy for you to grab offers to promote. So here's a case where, sure, you can send an email out. I would recommend going through the courses you're recommending yourself. You know what I mean? Actually endorse stuff you believe in. But you can send an email on the weekend, hey, I just went through this course about wholesaling. And you'll see here they have some pretty good funnels set up, Mike. You'll notice here the $7 offer into Continuity. And what I mean by, right? So what I mean by that, guys, I'm getting a little, is if you are going to choose affiliate programs, you're going to want stuff that converts. If you are going to endorse something by email, you want to make sure it's pretty good. And the term I just used basically was that, here's an example within the Affiliate Paradise product line where you can grab a $7 book. This sells for $7. I think they pay you, the 50-cent commission on the book, but then they have an upsell, and it's basically a real estate investing training course that's $97 a month. And they tell you right here that gets 61% conversion. They have other upsells too. So through this, by just putting the banner for the book on your website or sending the occasional email out, you might find, as long as you're fine with the product, that you get some nice recurring income, maybe a few extra $100 a month, but not a ton. You know what I mean? That just it's something extra. Um,
Yeah, but it's definitely good to promote and take your spouse out for a nice date night or something like that from a product that you believe in. I mean, like you said, Affiliate Paradise is a good site. It's good, solid, sound products, and you can actually learn some stuff from it. I've got some of their stuff.
yeah. So for example, like how much you employ this, and the reason I wanted to bring these products up, a lot of us are running the foreclosure list ad, and we may be specifically targeting investors, or we're doing the funnel we have for investor eligible HUDs. You know that you're putting investors in your regular real estate database. These may be people who aren't that serious about investing yet, but they're kind of playing with the idea. Sending out in your drip sequence a book or a training about investing to help them whet their appetite is going to be self-serving in a number of ways. You're going to make direct affiliate sales here, but you're also going to keep investing top of mind with them, and of course you're going to be the agent hopefully that they call when they're ready to go buy an investment property. So that's that. You guys can look.
Just while we're talking about drifts, Ryan, I just want to quick throw this out here because I thought it was super interesting. I went through my Get Response account, and I'm actually getting more responses and more clicks, and actually click-through rate, a higher click-through rate on days 60 to 63 now. So if they don't contact me within the first 7 days or so, my click-through rate is still extremely high, but I'm actually eliciting a lot more responses around the 60-day mark. So depending on how everyone's funnel is set up, they could send out something like this at the 30-day mark, the 60-day mark, and then like 75 days or something like that. I mean, you can really swap it up and just make it a little additional income.
What are you doing on day 60? I'm sure people are going to ask. Little tangent from the subject, but what are you sending around that time?
Just asking. So the main thing for me with emails is I never want them to be more than 5 lines. My goal is to have them to be 3 to 4 lines, and I never copy and paste anything. It's my own ad copy, with a little help from you guys as well. But it's just something like, are you alive? Are you still in the market, or are you still looking for a smoking deal? Just the way that I always look at it is, would I open that subject line? And if I'm not willing to open the subject line, it never goes into my Get Response account. And if I'm not willing to read the ad copy in the body, I'm never going to write it.
Sure.
So it's just, I write all my emails to elicit a response. So, I mean, you could, put in something like, what do you think of the weather or whatever, and and it's either going to be hot or hotter in Arizona. So I mean, you can always get a good response. Yeah, it's hot, and then it just gives me an opportunity to say, oh, hey, thanks for the response. I see that you're still alive. LOL. What's going on?
So it's just another touch point. You're saying on day 60 might be a good time to sort of drop these in there. That even if you guys feel like you want to maybe make these affiliate offers really late in your funnel after you've kind of given up on the prospect, right, Mike? Like maybe
Yeah,
you feel like
there's something to re-engage, because I mean your list has an inherent value, right? So just because they don't buy real estate from you within the first 30 days doesn't mean that they're not a buyer. And maybe they're not a real estate buyer. Maybe they're a Young Living buyer. Maybe they're an Affiliate Paradise buyer. Maybe they're a Mobi buyer. So we all work hard to get our lists. I mean, I don't want to be salesy or spammy to anybody, but I want to maximize my list of people.
right. So let's explore what Mike's saying here. So guys, I don't know how far everybody is in their Reticulous membership, but if a lot of our system revolves around building a database and spending money. In theory, we want people to spend money on Facebook ads. And in a lot of cases, you might spend $1 to get somebody onto your list, or even $2. The stuff we're talking about today, and the stuff that Mike does and the stuff that I do, is a good way to take that $1, and even if you don't make it back, you probably will on real estate transactions just because of the nature of real estate. But even if you don't make it back in the first few months, this is a way to kind of increase your chances of making it back, and then of course maximize your profits. You don't sell somebody a house, they get a list of foreclosures from you, they see the foreclosure list every week, and let's say 4 months in, they get this email from you. It's like, hey, are you still thinking about investing? Here's a cool course that I like about investing. They click, you make $20. That's nice, but you're re-engaging them, you know, in a nice way too. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Mike.
Absolutely.
What else? I just want to give a few other. I had here for the affiliate power guys. I think I wanted to show the offer, and just to give you guys an idea. Once you're in their affiliate area, and you go to one of the pages, I'd suggest probably putting this in the sidebar. This thing right here, and this will get a click through pretty well. Just put a picture of the book and you add the cart, and people will be curious, like, what is that? And then they'll come and they'll land on this sales page. And the nice thing about high converting affiliate programs is they're high converting. So you're letting them do a lot of the selling for you. Another real estate investing resource that I've seen, I've never really promoted any of their products, but I know the guy is pretty diligent and has a good program set up, is REIJV. I don't know if you've seen this one, Mike. But basically,
No, that one I have not.
yeah, basically he takes, you know, he approached Reticulous about going in there, and I said, we're not really about investing, you know. But he has some good products in there. He shows you how they convert, you know, and if you guys want to get a quick affiliate program with a lot of real estate affiliate investing products to promote right away, this is one. There's probably about 15 offers in there, including one from F Paradise, it looks like. Okay, so there are just some ideas. I think, did I mention ClickBank? There are some affiliate networks out there you can browse for, you know, affiliate programs. I think probably, and for the most part, sticking to the closing gift idea, trying out some send out cards, and doing real estate investing related stuff is going to get you the most bang for your buck here, you know, relative to the other ideas. Just some technical implementation steps here. Mike, I know you use email signature lines. So you can put in your email signature, maybe you have something, and you could even say like advertisement above it, right? And then it could be just something, it could even be not related to real estate, but it shows up in all your emails that go out. People might click that. Banner ads on your website. I wanted to make a comment here. Best spot is going to be below your, just right below your content, or over in the sidebar somewhere. Specific email promos. You know, be strategic via drip or blast. So you can go into Lead Barrel right now or Get Response, whatever you use, and add some of these affiliate products to your existing drip campaign, or maybe just from time to time, you know, when you want to make a few extra bucks, if you have a big list, send out an ethical promo. And then this is a little bit advanced and something I haven't played with too much, but I have a sense would work, Mike. And the idea here is to I don't know if it's dirty, but if you know people are hitting your foreclosure list, for example, you could create a Facebook retargeting custom audience and never really show ads for that product in your funnels, but direct link ads to the product, because you know that that's an audience that's receptive to this offer.
Absolutely, yeah. I actually just created my first custom audience last week, so I'm still figuring out exactly how to implement it, but it's going to be insane. From what I've read, I mean, we need pretty cheap leads. The way that you teach us to generate leads, retargeting is like less than a fifth.
Yes.
You know what we normally get leads for. It's insanely cheap. I mean, it can be like 1 to 3 cents per lead.
Right. So if you know you're running an offer for a foreclosure list to only investors, you know, you get those on a retargeting list, and then you can go ahead and run another Facebook ad that directly links maybe to a pre-sell page you do. We didn't even get into pre-selling, but into a pre-sell page you do, or directly to the product. So a little bit advanced there. You know, guys, if you have any questions about this, we're always happy to, you know, I'm always happy to talk about this stuff in the group. At this point, I'd like to just see, we are about 40 minutes in. Does anybody have any questions or feedback? You guys have been really quiet today. I think it's because me and Mike have been talking a lot. Are you going to do this stuff? Do you feel like it's just kind of a distraction? Is there anything we went too fast on? Well, Mike, everybody's pretty quiet, so if they're going to let us go, I mean, I really appreciate you being here. Can you post a link to this document? Yes, absolutely, of course. Let me do that.
Yeah, and I think people may be quiet because they're thinking, oh crap, there's so much other stuff to do, and I working with all these other clients that have generated these leads. I think what I want to emphasize is what you and I went over today is not to distract them from their current real estate business, because their current real estate business is their bread and butter. But it's something that me being a serial entrepreneur, I always want to do. I get paid once on a closing of a home, but I stay in contact with the people, and I'm trying to figure out, well, how can I monetize staying in contact with someone? How can I get more referrals from someone that I've already closed? And like what we've gone over with Young Living, with Moby, with Send Out Cards. I mean, that's phenomenal what Andrew is doing. This is just kind of like sidebar stuff. It doesn't take much brain power. You and I are going to help them set it all up on autopilot, and essentially they're just going to make more money and get more referrals. I promise it works.
Yep, Lisa's saying she thinks she'll do the oil closing gift. Make sure you talk to Mike. I want Mike to be rewarded for being here with me today. Another point, guys. I've been there myself. This is just a nice way. All this stuff where you have that month where, for whatever reason, you only have those 2 closings or the 3. And you're used to having 5 or 6. Whatever it might be. And then one of the darn things falls apart for something completely outside of your control. We've all been there, and then you're like, where's the mortgage payment going to come from? It is realistic to think, guys, and that you could establish a stream of income this way that pays for your mortgage payment. And I think, Mike, you know this firsthand between all the other stuff.
100%, yes.
Yeah, so it's a nice backup plan, and if done strategically, can be a lot of fun and also provide value to the people you're serving and have that sort of feedback effect where it also does serve your core business, your real estate business. So, like who? Oh, I forgot about you, Bob. Sorry. Yes, I will call you. Bob's local. We're gonna meet up. Mike, who? Mike's on the call. Bob's asking who Mike is. Lisa, you can email Mike. What's your email address? Let me just put that out there.
Yeah, you can just do Mike at azoilguy.com.
azoilguy.com. I'll put that. You're not going to give your real estate address? You're all in. Okay, so that's to everybody. Well, thank you, everybody, for being on. Thank you for the participation. This is being recorded. I will put it in the members area tomorrow. Just put it on Reticulous.com. Rob M. is just getting in the business and starting over. Well, this is great, Rob, because you can build this stuff in from the get-go. Don't get distracted. Make sure you're generating leads through our core processes first, but then layer this in as sort of the little bit of extra sauce on top of it all. But very cool. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you again, Mike. I love having you here. What's everybody think? Should Mike be on more of these? I think he should.
Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. This is like a highlight of my day. I love teaching information, and you know what I was thinking. If people do want to get started with us, maybe we should get together as a sidebar and see if we could get together with like 30 of the newest members or something like that, and actually teach them how to generate a couple hundred leads in a month. Like I generated 269 leads from Craigslist for free, got 4 closings from it.
Well, Mike,
maybe we could get together and do something like that for the people.
Mike, as you know, I used to have a partner here. I don't have there's not a lot of time in a day. If you want to, you are totally welcome to, and I'm sure people will attend. You just tell me, hey Ryan, I want to do a session. You can do one yourself. I'm sure we'll send out an email and everybody would join, and that would be really cool of you to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan, man. Yeah, that may be a good way to get back to the community. We love you guys. We appreciate you coming here and listening to Ryan and to me when I'm on.
Okay. All right, guys. Talk later. We'll get this recording live tomorrow. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.